Welcome to your sleep story. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Whatever this day was, however long it felt, however much it held, it is behind you now, completely behind you. You made it through, and that is everything. So let's begin. Before I take you anywhere tonight, I want to count you down from 10 to 1. And as I count, I want you to allow yourself to sink just a little deeper into wherever you are right now. Feel the weight of your body. Feel what is beneath you, holding you. And with each number, just let go a little more. 10. Allow your eyes to close. Gently, completely. There is nothing you need to see right now. 9. Feel your shoulders and let them drop as far as they want to go. 8. A slow breath in through the nose. 7. And all the way out. 6. Your hands. Feel them opening. Whatever you've been holding today, you can put it down now. 5. Your jaw is soft. Your face is soft. 4. Your legs are heavy, warm. 3. You're drifting, not asleep yet, but moving that way. 2. The day is behind you, completely and entirely behind you. 1. And now, tonight's sleep story, the relaxation. Before we go anywhere, I want to stay here with you for a moment. Just here, just now, because this moment, this exact moment right now, where you are lying in the quiet, deserves a little attention, a little kindness. Take a breath in for me, from the very bottom of the belly. Good, and let it go. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine that everything you were carrying today, every worry, every unfinished thought, every heavy thing is just leaving with that breath, just drifting away. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to be anything other than exactly what you are right now. A person who deserves rest. A person who deserves sleep. Because you do. You really do. Whatever happened today, whatever was hard, whatever felt heavy, you made it through. You are here. And that is enough. That is more than enough. You are safe. And you are here. Bring your awareness gently to your feet now. Just notice them and allow them to soften. The toes uncurling, the arches releasing. All the small held tension of the day simply letting go. Let that softness travel upward, through the calves, through the knees, the thighs. All of it warm, all of it heavy, all of it resting now. Your lower back, your hips. Allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you taking your weight completely, fully. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The tree has you. The forest has you. The belly soft. The chest soft. The heart beating steadily as it always has, as it always will. Your shoulders dropping, your arms heavy and warm, your hands open and still, the neck long and loose, and your face, let the jaw go. Let the forehead smooth. Let the eyes be completely still behind their lids. There you are, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, completely soft, completely warm, completely at rest. You've done beautifully. Now, let me take you somewhere the canopy is above and the forest floor is far below. And the night sounds of the Amazon are the most alive sounds in the world. And the treehouse is warm, and the river is somewhere in the dark. Come with me. The Amazon basin, the largest tropical rainforest on Earth, 5.5 million square kilometers. The lungs, the phrase people use, the lungs of the Earth, not quite accurate scientifically, but not quite wrong. The Amazon, the system that produces its own weather, the trees that transpire, that release water vapor, that become the clouds, that become the rain, that falls on the forest, that the trees take up, that they transpire again, the forest making its own rain, the forest sustaining itself, a closed loop, a circular breath, the Amazon breathing itself. 10% of all the species on Earth. In this forest, 10% of every living thing, named and unnamed, known and unknown. The Amazon, not a forest, a world, the journey in, by river, the only way. No road reaches here. The river, the road, the river that is also the highway, the supply route, the connection to everything, the boat, ours, on the brown Amazon River, the brown that is the tannins, the same tannins as the Canadian lake, the same color, different river, the Amazon's tributaries, the Rio Negro, black water, the Rio Solimos, white water, meeting, without mixing, for kilometers, the meeting of the waters, the black and the white, side by side, not blending, for many kilometers, before they become one. The Amazon, the river, that is many rivers. That is one river. The boat reaching the bend. The landing. The path into the forest. The path that the light barely reaches. The Treehouse. In the canopy. Not at the canopy. In it. The treehouse. Built into a Brazil nut tree. The Berthelicia excelsa, the great tree, 30 meters, 40, the emergent, the tree that rises above the canopy, that is taller than the forest around it, that stands in the sun, while the forest below is in shade. The emergent tree, the treehouse in its crown, reached by a rope ladder, 30 meters above the forest floor. The platform, wooden, the walls on 3 sides, the 4th side open, to the forest, to the canopy, to the night, the hammock, in the open side, the mosquito net, around it, the net, the boundary, between the inside and the everything outside, the treehouse, in the crown of the emergent, above the Amazon, the smell, the Amazon at night, the smell, unlike any other smell, wet, very wet, the humidity, 90%, perhaps more, the air, almost water, the air that you breathe. in the Amazon and feel the water in it, the warmth, 30 degrees. At night, 30 degrees. In the dark, the warm, wet air, the smell of it, the green smell, the smell of growing things. In a forest where things grow faster than anywhere else, where the biomass accumulates at a rate that is almost visible, the green smell, the green of the broadleaf canopy, the green of the understory, the green of the mosses, on every surface, on every trunk, on every branch, the green everywhere, and the earth, the leaf litter, the decomposing forest floor, the rich, deep smell of the earth that is making the forest from the forest floor, eating itself endlessly, the decomposition, the regeneration, the cycle, the smell of it. Ancient Gabriel, he is on the platform. His name is Gabriel. He is 44 years old. He grew up on the river, the Ribeirão, the river people, the people who have lived on the Amazon rivers for generations, his family in this valley, for his grandfather's time, and his grandfather's grandfather, the people who know the forest, not as visitors, as the forest themselves. He guides, he takes the visitors into the forest. He brought you here, to this treehouse that he built, that he maintains, the treehouse that he created for the people who want to sleep in the canopy, to hear what he has always heard, to see what he has always seen, to be where he has always been. He is not here tonight. He left you at sunset with the water, the food, the net tucked in. He will come back at dawn. Tonight, the forest is yours. The sound, the Amazon at night, the sound. This is why you came. This is what no recording can fully give you. The sound of the Amazon rainforest. At night, it is loud, very loud. This is the surprise. The forest is not quiet. The forest is the loudest place on earth. At night, the insects, the frogs, the birds, the mammals, all of them claiming the night, all at once. The cricket, the cicada, the tree frog, the howler monkey, far away, the howler monkey whose call carries 3 kilometers through the forest, the low, resonant, almost primal sound of the howler from somewhere in the dark, from somewhere in the 3 million square kilometers, claiming, being here, the night birds, the potu, the nightjar, their calls, finding you in the treehouse, in the canopy, the sound from everywhere, from all directions, the sound that is the forest, being itself, the canopy at this height, 30 meters. The world is different. The forest floor, far below, dark, the canopy, Around you, the leaves at eye level or above, the leaves of the canopy, the broadleaf, the leaves that catch the rain, that channel it to the roots, the leaves that are the factory, where the sun becomes the forest, the photosynthesis. At this scale, the billions of leaves converting at this moment, at every moment, the sun into the forest, and at night, the leaves resting, releasing the oxygen that built up through the day, the forest breathing out. At night, you breathing in what the forest breathed out, the forest and you, the exchange, the ancient exchange between the plant and the animal, the forest giving, the breath you receiving, the rain. It comes always in the afternoon, the Amazon rain, the rain that the forest makes, the rain that fell this afternoon, heavy, loud, on the canopy, the sound of the rain, on the leaves, 30 meters above the forest floor, the rain hitting the canopy before it hits anything else, the canopy breaking the rain into smaller drops, into the mist that descends through the understory to the forest floor, the rain broken by the leaves before it reaches the earth never receiving the full force of the Amazon rain, protected by the canopy, the forest protecting its own floor from its own rain. The rain that fell this afternoon has stopped now. The night rain, different, shorter, lighter, the dripping, the drops that gathered on the leaves during the afternoon rain, still falling long after the rain stopped. The forest still letting go what the afternoon gave it. The darkness, true darkness, the darkness of the Amazon night. No light for many kilometers, no road, no town, no electricity. The light sources, only two, the moon, when it is above the canopy, when the canopy gaps align, and the stars, through the gaps, the stars visible, in the gaps, in the canopy, not the full sky, the sky through the leaves, the stars, found one at a time, between the leaves, the same Milky Way as every other night sky in these stories. But here, framed by the canopy, found in gaps, the way Cornelius found the blank spaces on the chart and filled them in, the stars found one by one between the leaves, the canopy between you and the full sky, the forest making even the stars an intimate thing. What Gabriel knows, he knows the forest, the way no one who came to it from outside can know it. The Riberinho knowing, the river, the forest beside the river, the animals in the forest, their calls, which call is which, in the dark, the species, by their sound, not by sight. He knows the plants, which can be eaten, which cannot, which are medicine, the plants that his grandmother showed him, the plants that are also Isabel's plants, in a different form, in a different forest, the plants that know what the human body needs, long before the laboratory confirmed it. He knows the water, the seasons of the river, the flood season, when the river rises 8 meters, 10, and floods the forest, the Varzea forest, the flooded forest, where the fish swim between the trees, where you can fish from a canoe in the treetops. He knows this, the flooded forest, the fish among the trees. The world turned briefly, upside down, the hammock, in the hammock, the cotton hammock, the Amazon hammock, the hammock that is the traditional bed of the river people, the hammock that Gabriel sleeps in every night, the hammock in the open side of the treehouse, the mosquito net around you, the net, fine, almost invisible, but present, the boundary, the thin boundary between you and the Amazon night, the net letting through the sound, the smell, the air, but not the mosquito, the moth, the things that find the warmth of the body in the dark, the net, your only wall, on one side, the forest on the other, the hammock swinging very slightly, the movement of the canopy very slight, the tree moving very slightly in the night air, you moving with the tree, rocked by the Amazon, the phosphorescence in the forest floor, far below, something glowing, the bioluminescence, the phosphorescent fungi, the foxfire, the ghost fungus that grows on the dead wood, on the decaying log, on the forest floor, the fungus that produces its own light, a cold green-blue light, faint, very faint, but visible in the complete darkness of the forest floor, 30 meters below, a faint glow, the same bioluminescence as the sea, as the Kerala backwaters, as the Aegean at night. Here, in the forest, in the dead wood, in the fungi, the same light, different organism, the light that life makes when it is deep enough in the dark to need its own, the forest making its own light on its floor while you watch from the canopy 30 meters above. Growing still, the hammock is swinging very slightly. The canopy is around you. The forest is below. The sounds from everywhere. The howler monkey, far away, 3 kilometers. The tree frogs, close, very close, on the branch beside the treehouse. The phosphorescent fungi on the forest floor, far below, glowing if thoughts are arriving, and they probably are, because that is what minds do. They are not staying long. The Amazon takes them 5.5 million square kilometers. 10% of all life on Earth. The thoughts come, you notice them, the forest receives them, as the forest receives everything. The fallen leaf, the dead tree, the rain, the bird, the mammal, everything received, everything becoming the forest. You don't need to hold any of them, just the hammock, just the net, just the warm air, just the sound, the enormous, alive, continuous sound of the forest, being itself. Peace lives in this treehouse, in the canopy and the sound and the phosphorescence and Gabriel's knowledge and the forest that breathes. Tonight it is yours. Good night. You are doing so beautifully. The day is done. You came up the rope ladder at sunset. The canopy was around you. Gabriel tucked in the net and went. The forest was already beginning, the frogs, the nightjars, the howler monkey far away, the phosphorescence on the forest floor below. The stars found one by one between the leaves. The forest received you, as the Amazon receives everyone who comes to it with attention, with the warm, wet air and the sound that is like nothing else, and the tree that holds you 30 meters above the world. Carry it with you on the days when the world feels too small, the days when everything is too close and too crowded and too human. Remember the Amazon. Remember the 10% of all life on Earth. Remember that most of it has never been named, that most of it is going about its business without anyone knowing. The world is vast. The living world is enormous. You are held in it, always held. You know the way here now, but tonight you are already here. The tree is holding you. The forest is around you. The canopy is above. Sleep now, deeply, completely. You deserve every canopy warm, forest deep, frog song, tree held, Amazon alive moment of this rest. Every single one. Good night. Sleep well. The Treehouse through the night. The midnight Amazon. The Amazon at midnight. The forest at its fullest voice. Not quieter at midnight. Louder or differently loud. The species that begin at midnight. The species whose peak hour is the deepest dark. The owl, the ocelot, the tapir, moving through the understory. You hear the tapir. Below, the sound of something large, moving through the leaves. On the forest floor, 30 meters below, the sound of it, the weight of it, pressing through the leaf litter. The tapir, the largest land animal in the Amazon, moving through the forest as it has always moved since before humans came to this forest. The tapir not knowing you are above, the tapir not caring, simply moving as tapirs move through the Amazon night. What the canopy holds, the canopy, the layer between the forest floor and the sky, the layer that holds more life per square meter than anywhere else on Earth. The canopy, where the light is, where the food is, where the species converge. The epiphytes, the plants that grow on the canopy trees, on their branches, in the forks, without touching the ground. The bromeliads, their central cups, holding water, the water that the rain left. The small pools in the cups where entire ecosystems exist. The frog that lays its eggs in the bromeliad cup. The tadpoles that grow in the cup that never touch the forest floor, their whole life in a cup of water on a branch 30 meters up. The canopy holding this, the river at night, somewhere in the dark. The river, the one you came up, still there, in the dark. The river that is the road, the Amazon, or its tributary, the brown water, moving at night, the same direction. It always moves toward the mouth, toward the Atlantic. The river, the same river that carried Chai's barge, or its cousin, the great rivers of the world, all moving, all toward the sea, the Amazon carrying more water than any other river. 20% of all the fresh water that enters the ocean every day, 20% from this forest through this river to the sea. The river at night, invisible but present, the sound of it, if you listen, through the forest sounds, through the frogs, through the nightjars, through the howler, the river, under all of it, moving, the oxygen, the Amazon, breathing, the forest, taking in the carbon, through the leaves, the photosynthesis, at every hour, day and night, the trees breathing, the carbon dioxide, in, the oxygen, out, the exchange, that has been happening since the first plants, since the first forests, the oxygen that made the atmosphere, that made the air, that all of us breathe, everywhere, made here, or somewhere like here, made by the forest, made by the leaf, made by the light, finding the leaf, and being converted, the oxygen that you are breathing right now in the treehouse at 30 meters was made here by the leaves around you. Your breath is the forest's breath is yours. The exchange that has been happening for 300 million years, still happening right now. What lives in the dark, the Amazon at night, the species that are only at night, the jaguar, the apex predator of the Amazon, moving through the forest at night, the way the leopard moves through the Faroe hillsides, the jaguar in the Amazon dark, its coat, the pattern of dappled light on the forest floor, the pattern that is the forest, worn as camouflage, the jaguar carrying the forest on its body, moving through the forest, nearly invisible, the ferdy lance on the forest floor, its heat sensors finding the warm blood in the dark, the electric eel in the black water of the flooded forest, its charge 600 volts, the Amazon at night, the most alive place that has ever existed, being itself, without witness or with one. You, in the treehouse, in the canopy, listening, Gabriel's nodded. Gabriel knows the night sounds. Everyone, he has been sleeping in the Amazon night since he was a child. His father taught him the sounds, not as taxonomy, as recognition, the way Priya learned the T, not as chemistry, as knowing. Gabriel knows the sound of the forest, the way he knows the sound of the river. By being in it long enough, he can sleep through the frogs, through the cicadas, through the nightjars. His body habituated to the sound, the way Margaret sleeps, through the river, the way Sigrid sleeps, through the Faroese wind, the familiar, not waking, but the unfamiliar. He hears the sound that is wrong, the sound that should not be. He wakes instantly, the leaf that was not, a leaf, the branch that did not move with wind. Gabriel knows, even in sleep, what the forest says when it says something important. The dawn at 5, the Amazon dawn, the most anticipated, the most extraordinary. The birds, the Amazon birds, begin before the light, before the first gray of the pre-dawn. The birds begin the dawn chorus of the Amazon, not the English dawn chorus, not the garden birds, the Amazonian dawn chorus. The macaw, the toucan, the aropendula, the hundreds of species, beginning at once the sound that builds from the first bird to all of them at once in the space of 20 minutes, the sound that is the most alive sound you have ever heard. Gabriel arrives at the bottom of the ladder. He waits. He listens. He has been hearing this dawn all his life. He waits for you to descend, to come down from the canopy to the forest floor, where he is, waiting, the forest around both of you, the dawn in the canopy above both of you, the river through the forest, moving as it always moves toward the sea. The treehouse is in the canopy. The net is around you. The hammock is swinging very slightly, the tree moving very slightly in the warm air. The frogs are on the branch. The nightjar is calling. The howler is far away. The phosphorescence on the forest floor, 30 meters below, glowing. The tapir is moving through the leaf litter. Below, the jaguar is somewhere. The river is somewhere, moving Gabriel will come at dawn. The forest is breathing, and you are breathing the same breath, and you are sleeping deeply, completely, peacefully, in the treehouse, in the Amazon, in the canopy, the most alive place on earth, holding you. Tonight, this is exactly where you should be. This is exactly what you deserve. Every canopy warm, forest deep, frog song, tree held, Amazon alive moment. Every single one. You are safe. You are held. You are at peace. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well. Sleep deeply. Good night, and